All right, thanks a lot, Jacob. Well, did you know you can now pick up your phone and be connected to the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline in just a matter of seconds?
Yeah, so the new 988 Suicide and Crisis Prevention Lifeline just launched this last weekend. To help us better understand it better, we welcome in Renee Van Meter. She is the Deputy Director for Emergency Services for Johnson County. Welcome.
Thank you.
So how would you describe this new phone number to somebody who maybe hasn't heard of it before?
Absolutely. So this new number is part of a very long-standing network. So the network, the Lifeline network, took its first call in 2005. It's had one of those long 1-800 numbers by history. That's, I think, pretty tough to recall.
Just remember,
when
if you're in a moment of
crisis.
Yes.
So 988 was developed. It went into effect this past Saturday. And the effort is to increase accessibility with an easy-to-remember 3-digit number.
Yeah, oh, it's just so important. And do you have to be in an outright suicidal crisis to call, or what sorts of calls come in?
Great question, because it's been known for decades as the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. So absolutely not. Resounding no. If you are in emotional distress, we invite you to call. If you're looking for help for yourself or somebody else that you care about or love in your circle, right? Call. We can give you guidance. We can give you resources. If you don't know where else to turn, just call.
So if someone does call the hotline number, what can they expect?
Great question. It could be a daunting first-time call, right?
Right.
You're going to get a kind voice. You're going to get a listening ear. The one thing that we really hold paramount to every call to is a safety assessment. Are you safe right now? That safety assessment will help launch us into the rest of that phone call and that conversation. What can we help with right now? What interventions, what resources, what coping skills can we help you with right now to stay safe? And also, what comes next? Do we connect you with some additional resources in your community? Are there others you can follow up with?
Wow, and as you know, we've been saying for so long now, since the pandemic started, so many people are having a harder time than they were even before the pandemic, but it's especially true, I understand, for veterans. So you have a special hotline for veterans.
It's great. It's the same number. Dial 988.
That's easy
Dial
enough to remember.
Absolutely. Yeah. There is an option for veterans. So when they reach that menu at the beginning of the call, press option 1. It's completely optional for veterans to do. What that will link our veterans with is individuals on the other end of that phone with just unique or specialized skill sets and resources for our veteran population.
Wow, that's incredible. And so, without getting into too much of the nitty-gritty, Renee, you were saying a kind voice. People call you here a kind voice. How important is that? I mean, for people to understand that, like when someone's really in crisis and they're in a dark place, how important is just to hear a human empathetic voice?
Absolutely, and we know that even though it's a stranger, you don't know who you're talking to, you don't know who you're calling. That kindness is an instant rapport builder, right? That's what we use in our world. We build rapport, we build that connection with someone instantly by saying, thank you for calling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it goes both ways. If you're in crisis, you may not know who to turn to. So this gives you someone to talk to, but I'm sure there are some people out there who don't want to talk to family and friends or don't feel like they can talk to family and friends.
Right.
So even though it's a stranger, maybe that's what they need in that moment.
Absolutely.
You know, is someone to listen, whether they know them or not.
All right. Well, Renee Van Meter, is there a website or something where people could learn more? But I guess 988, that's all you really need to know, right?
988 National Suicide Prevention Lifeline.
All right. Perfect.
Very
Thank you
cool.
so much for coming in this morning.